Vande Krishna Foundation presents Protoplasm, disciple of Ramana Maharishi and Yogi Rama.
What shall we do today? Yesterday I was telling about the hologram, isn't it? And Krishna Paramatma. Did I tell you completely? Krishna Paramatma married. So many. Yes. So Krishna Paramatma might not have heard about hologram. But he demonstrated the hologram. See, he became 16,000 people and he built 16,000 houses and lived in every one of them. And now they can make so many individuals in a single body by culturing them, but it takes a lot of time to culture them. And when you culture these things, cells, some of them die. So we can't be sure that all of them will succeed in producing a baby in culturing this cell. So many accidents. In the case of Krishna Bhagavan, he is not doing like this. Just by the help of the mind he is creating everything. Because according to them, according to the yogis, the world is nothing but manifestation of the mind. Mind only. But here they compare it with the dream. Dream and wakeful state are same. There is no difference, they say. There is no difference, they say. You see what's happening in the dream. Now the dream is taking place in the mind. And the observer is the mind. And whatever objects you see and people you see, all of them are creations of the mind. They are mental creations. So the mind is becoming many. And when you wake up suddenly, all of them disappear at once. Now in this, there is that story of Krishna Bhagavan. Krishna Bhagavan is praised by everybody and he has done so many miraculous feats. Brahmadeva got a doubt. What is this? They are everybody praising. I'll see how great he is. So he came and suddenly the boys there playing with Krishna Bhagavan disappeared. And our boys were searching, where are our friends and all that, nowhere to be seen. And then the cows disappeared. And later on, the village people, the people in the village, they also disappeared. First they thought something happened, they searched. Later on when Krishna Bhagavan got the report from all the people, then he saw that it is a mischief done by the Brahmadeva. So he himself became the cowherd boys, the cows and the people in that village. He became all of them. And everything was going on as usual. The boys were playing, the cows were going, grazing and coming. And Brahmadeva was thinking, he has taken all these people and hidden them in a cave or somewhere. And after some period, he wanted to see what's happening there. How is Krishna getting on? Without all these people, he has brought them by his miraculous powers. When he went there, to his great surprise, everything was going on there. All the people he has hidden here are there. The cows are there, the cow boys are there. And then he realized he is not an ordinary person. And then he came and asked for Kshamaapana. Please, I am sorry, I did not realize your greatness. So Krishna had that ability to create so many things, diverse things, cows and cowherd boys and the villagers, and in no time. And they were doing their work as usual. But we doubt whether such a thing is possible. But now after seeing these wonders being performed by the modern scientists, well, we were born with great difficulty in the physical world, but they, just by the power of the mind. So I will tell you another story, the story of Sauvari Maharshi. Now God is supposed to be something difficult to deal with. But he is an ordinary person, Sauvari Maharshi. But he has become a rishi by his tapas and all that. He used to do tapas underwater. He used to stay underwater and do tapas. You see, there are special siddhis mentioned, Jalastambhana, Vayustambhana. They can go into the air and stay there. They become so light. At will they become against gravity. Jalastambhana means those people can stay under water. No, the famous example is Duryodhana, running away, and in Mahabharata I mentioned that he has hidden himself underwater. And there are other stories like that. And Agnistambhana is another thing. They enter into fire, nothing happens. Their clothes also will not burn. And like that. Now this Sauvari Maharshi was like that. On one occasion, suddenly opened his eyes. He came to normal consciousness. He saw so many fish playing around in the water. The mother fish, and surrounded by the children playing and all that. Oh, family life is like this, so joyful is it. Such an idea sprouted in his mind. And according to the yogi, if anything comes, it leads to prarabdha. You have to go to another janma for experiencing those things. So he wanted to work it out then itself. He came out of the water. He inquired who is the ruler of the kingdom. They mentioned some name, Mandhata or something. And he also, by inquiry, learned that he has got only 50 daughters. No family planning. And he thought, well, I want to marry, perhaps he will give one daughter. He got 50 daughters. So he went to his home, to this palace, and the king, naturally, great rishi has come. With great respect, he invited him and honored him and said, what do you want, sir? How can I serve you? Whatever you want, I'll give. He said, no, I got only a small request. I learned that I got 50 daughters. I want to marry. Please give one daughter in marriage to me. He was aghast. What is this old man with a wrinkled face and all this? And he wants to marry the king's daughter. So he did not know what to say. And which daughter will agree to marry this old man and with such an appearance? So he wanted to, to our rules, he should escape the difficult situation. He said, we see we are Kshatriyas. We don't take the responsibility of marrying our daughters. They choose their husband. In Swayamvara. So what I will do is, I will send you into the palace, into the Antapura, where the ladies are staying. And if any of one of them agrees to marry you, I have no objection. He thought nobody will marry this man, and so that way he can escape the difficult situation he was facing. But he was a Siddha Purusha, he had miraculous powers. He changed his attire like a young man, young, attractive youth, like Vandana he became.
I'm a woman.
I see. I forgot it. And he entered, and 50 people saw him, and they fell in love at first sight. All of them decided that we will not marry anybody else excepting this young man. So the information was conveyed to the king. All the 50 want to marry this fellow alone. His heart was about to stop. With great difficulty he allowed it to run, and then what to do? He asked only for one daughter. I have to convince one daughter and give me. Now 50 daughters want to marry him. He could not say anything, no. He said, all right. All right, sir. He said, okay, I have no objection to marry all of them, he said. He is very Maharshi. So the marriage was performed, and then said, where is your house? He sent. You send me, you bring them, I will show you my house. He took them into the forest, showed a big tree. This is my house. You leave them here and go. And what to do? He shows a tree, under the tree he is going to live along with the 50 new brides. So with great sorrow he returned. And after 1 year or so, he wanted to verify whether they are still alive, some of them at least, or the wild animals have taken away some of them. And in order to check, he went there into the forest. But at the end of the, he saw a colony there. How did this colony come into existence in my kingdom without my knowledge? And with great surprise he was looking, and suddenly in one of the buildings, Daddy, I am here. And one daughter, eldest daughter perhaps, he went there inside, and she told him, Father, I am very happy, my husband loves me like anything, and he always stays with me. He doesn't go anywhere. And not only that, whatever wish I express, immediately it is provided. I am very happy, but I got one sorrowful thing. I am sorry that my sisters, all of them married him, but he doesn't go anywhere. He stays always with me. So I feel unhappy that the other sisters, perhaps they are all in a sorrowful condition. So he heard all that, and then he went into another building. There that daughter said the same thing. You see, my husband loves me like anything. He stays always with me. He doesn't go anywhere. And whatever I wish to express, immediately he provides that. But only one thing, I am sorry that what about the other sisters? Like that in every house he heard the same story. So he is happy that he has got a son-in-law so great. 50 houses, and with everything furnished houses, and the daughter is so happy that they have a husband who always stays with them, never goes out, and fulfills all their desires. So we heard about Krishna Bhagavan, but he is a rishi, like so many rishis in those times, and he had that ability, because circumstances, necessity is the mother of invention, is a saying. Now necessity, 50 people married him. So what to do? He had to build, he was forced to build 50 houses, and he could do that. And with the help of his mind. Maya Shakti. So that is holograms, live. That is, the mind is capable of performing all the feats which these people are trying to perform, all with the powers of the mind only, and the Maya Shakti. The Maya Shakti, the Lord is sitting in the heart of everyone and manipulating everyone according to his prarabdha. That is what Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita.
I mean, how hologram, and I didn't understand the Maya Shakti and hologram.
No, I am only saying, in a hologram, the body has got so many bits, smallest bit, and every bit has got the whole organism you can produce now with a single cell. That means the body is a hologram. And they examine different things, that principle is operating everywhere. It's something fabulous. How many species are there? And in each species, the population, and every one of them is a hologram. That is, he can produce 1 million individuals like that. Every organism. What a type of creation it is. Baffling, mind-boggling. Such a creation, what we see now. But in those days, These signs and these things are not there. They did not know about DNA and all that. But what DNA is doing, they did everything with the mind. So that was the fabulous powers of the yogis of those times. Now one time, this is a story, Narada went to Vaikuntha and approached Vishnu Bhagavan. They are saying that you have got your Maya Shakti. You also are saying so. What is this Maya? I want to know about it. Please explain in detail. He asked. Just as this Annapurna general asked questions. He asked this question. What is this Maya Shakti? I want to know. Please explain. Vishnu Bhagavan did not reply. He said this and that conversation and then said, Narada, I am thirsty. Please bring a glass of water somewhere. So he sent in search of water, this Narada. And he saw at a distance a bungalow kuti or something, some dwelling place. So he went there. Thought he would get water, glass of water he wants. He knocked the door. And a beautiful girl like Vandana appeared there. And immediately Narada felt, oh, this seems to be a good, beautiful girl. That idea came into his mind. And meanwhile, the daddy of the girl came. He saw this boy, this young man, Narada, very eligible bridegroom, he thought. So he immediately made a proposal. I said, this bungalow will be yours. My car, bank balance, everything I will give you. She is the only daughter for me. You marry her and settle down. Why do you wander here and there? And Narada thought, it seems to be a good proposal. He agreed to marry. And then they got children and also grandchildren. He was very happy. But suddenly there was a river going on that side. It changed its route. And with great force it one day came on this house and washed away everything. Both the house and the dwellers in the house. When Narada seems to have learnt swimming in Ganges at Trivandrum. I mean, this is Triveni Ghat. Anyway, he just somehow got to the bank, holding his head, he was telling on the sorrowful state. All have gone in one stroke. Entire family, bank balance, everything. And then Vishnu Bhagavan came, tapped him on his back. He said, why you are sitting here, holding your head in both hands? I asked you for a glass of water and you came out. And now you are sitting here. When he saw him, immediately remembered what happened. It is only a small time. Coming here, knocking the door, now that. And all the 60 years he lived there. And entire family, the entire story. And all this happened only in a brief time of a few minutes or half an hour or something. So no other explanation is necessary. Experientially understood what Maya Shakti of Vishnu Bhagavan means. In 5 minutes, the Maya Shakti will make you believe that you have lived for 60 years and you will undergo all the turmoil of leading a family life and so on. All this in a few minutes. That is the Maya Shakti of Vishnu Bhagavan. And here such a thing is happening as it seems. We think that we are growing, we are of this age and we will come to that age. All these things are all imaginations. They have no reality. And we have seen in the first class that we are not real. Isn't it? What is real? That which exists in all the three phases, in the past, in the present and in the future. It should exist. Then we call it real. But you examine anything, you will find that none of them satisfy this criteria.